Athletic Conference men's basketball action. The Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets play host to the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. I'm Cole McDaniel. You're watching and listening live here on BWYellowJackets.com, the home of all Yellow Jacket athletics. Taking a look at these two teams, we'll start with the hosts in the Yellow Jackets. They come in with an overall record of 6-7 overall, 2-4 in conference play. Now the last game, Yellow Jackets went up against Miss, ended a two-game skid with an 89-76 win over the Fighting Muskies. Anthony Mazzio had a bounce-back game with 21 points. Ashton Price had 16. Jackson Simmons with 15, and Jake Snyder had 13 as well. So the Yellow Jackets looking to continue to do what they did in that last game against the Muskies and see if they can really have that scoring come from a combination of multiple different players. For the visitors, the Ohio Northern Polar Bears come in with an identical record as the Yellow Jackets, 6-7 overall and 2-4 in the OAC. Now their last game, they fell to 14th ranked John Carroll by a score of 68-57. So the Polar Bears tonight, it's going to be a matter of can they get CJ Napier firing and scoring, and also can you control the paint with 6'8" center Michael Berner. And those are going to be two of the big questions there for the Polar Bears, and going to be a key as they try to get the win here on the road. Mentioned those identical records. Of course, that means that these teams are knotted up at the 7th spot in conference standings. Really nothing to separate these teams so far yet this season. So obviously a team is going to win tonight, so that means there will be something to separate these two teams by the end of the evening. Before we get the tip, we'll get to the starting lineups here in just a moment. Ohio Northern, they'll be in their all-orange jerseys with the white numerals, and the Yellow Jackets, once again, in their all-gray with the white the white numerals as well. Taking a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams, we'll look at the visitors. For the Polar Bears, number 2, Will Miller. Number 5, Landon Long. Number 15, Michael Berner. Number 22, CJ Napier. And number 23, Adam Scott. For the Yellow Jackets, it's their normal starting 5 that we've seen for the last few games here. Number 0, Ashton Price. Number 1, Jake Snyder. Number 3, Anthony Mazzio. Number 11, Jackson Simmons. And number 14, Zoltan Nagy. Yellow Jackets secure the tip. Anthony Mazzio wants a 3 to start off, and he misses on that first shot. The Polar Bears working around the three-point line so far. Now Napier trying to go to work, backing down. Nagy had position on him. Here's the drive from Long. Steps through, couldn't get to go. Rebound, and Mazzio coming out the other way. Yellow Jackets going quick. Mazzio wants to get to the hole. And through a lot of orange jerseys. Surprised he got that shot up without any hands getting to that basketball, and just left it a little bit short. And last off of Mazzio in the Yellow Jackets. So 2 offensive trips so far for BW. No points to show for it at the moment. Feed to Scott. Wants to kick this one out. There's a roll there by Berner. Gets inside. Napier bumped, and that should be a foul on the floor. Nagy got the contact there, and Napier, and it looks like Nagy going to be tasked with the defensive duties of staying on the 6'6" senior forward in Napier. Averages 15.9 points per game. Mentioned that he's the guy that the Polar Bears need to get going if they want to win this game on the road. Here's the drive from Long. Tight defense there from Mazzio, and that one didn't catch any rim. Price driving through the lane. A little bit of a bump there, but great job by Scott staying tall and straight up. And still no points. Maybe an opportunity here to put this one in, and no, Burner putting that basketball on the floor, lost control of it, and last off of the 6'8" senior center from Springboro. 3 offensive possessions apiece between these two teams. Still zeros on the scoreboard. We've played 2 minutes so far here in the first half. Price driving. He is Simmons if he can kick it out. And Simmons has had quite a few good offensive games the last few weeks. Mazzio leaves that 3 short. Rebound by the Polar Bears. Scott to Long, over to Miller. The feed to Burner. Miller has it stolen away. Price in transition. And he gets the 2 to go. Looked over his shoulder, saw Burner there. And finally, some points up on the scoreboard. Good switch off there. Kick out in the 3. That one drained by Napier, and the lefty gets his first 3 to go on the night. Snyder driving the baseline, saw Price in the corner. Tried to throw a line drive to the corner there, and just off of the hands of Scott. So it will be Yellow Jackets ball, but Nagy's going to go take a seat, and checking in is the sophomore forward, number 24, Jared Logan. Mazzio, clever move, gets to the hoop, up and under for 2. Feed to Napier. Trying to go to work against Logan, who just checked in. Napier picks up his dribble, needs some help. Finds Long. Miller swinging this one all the way over to Scott. Feed to Napier. And gets that basket to go, an and one opportunity. So he got the positioning there on Logan. That was a great spot down low for Napier. Again, prefers to go to that left hand. That's his dominant hand. Made that look pretty easy, and of course drained the opening 3 for the Polar Bears, and looking to see if he can come away with 3 points down on this trip as well, and he does. So 6 now for Napier. Snyder finds Simmons, drives the hole, puts that shoulder down into the chest of Napier and clears some space. Easy lay-in for 2. We're all knotted up at 6. Long picks up his dribble. Three seconds on the shot clock. Jeffries, who just checked in, is going to have to get up an awkward 3. He gets it up, but a long rebound not secured by the Yellow Jackets. And an easy drive and a flush. Adam Scott with the dunk. And the Polar Bears up again. Price wide open in the corner for 3, and he gets that one to go. So trading buckets right now. These teams go back and forth. Here's the drive. Floater with the right hand. Landon Long, senior guard from Mason, Ohio, gets that one to go. Long actually the second leading scorer on the team, averaging 11.8 points per game. Here's a kick to the corner. Price for 3 again. Got to go the last time from a pretty similar spot. Unable to get that one to go. Great take there by Long. Blow by past Jared Logan, up and in for the 2. Now a 3-point advantage for the visitors. Simmons, pump fake, drives, and banks it home for 2. So after a first 2 minutes of really no scoring at all and really trading bricks between these two teams, it's been bucket after bucket, possession after possession for both of these teams, and Will Miller lighting it up from 3 there. Found some open space. Was unbothered on that shot. His first 3 points on the night. Next dead ball, we'll see several substitutions for both teams. Turnover there for BW, allowing Ohio Northern an opportunity to try to capitalize on the other end, but Will Miller getting a little bit over antsy, and a traveling violation called, and the substitutions will now happen. So for Ohio Northern, number 3, Ethan Bell checks in, as well as number 14, Blake Michael. Zoltan Nagy checks back in for the Yellow Jackets. Luke Driscoll in, and Landon Potopsky in for his first action tonight. We've played 7 minutes so far here in the first half. Potopsky in the corner for 3. Strong off the back of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Excellent hustle play to try to keep that one in bounds, and that one's actually going to be last off of the Polar Bears. Will remain Yellow Jackets ball. Number 1, Mason Studer into the game for Ohio Northern. Snyder looking to run the offense, wants a 3, had room to take that shot, but off of the side of the rim. And Ohio Northern grabbed possession of that basketball. Good move there by Studer to clear up some space. Finds Scott, hand off to Bell. Driscoll tight on him. Feed to Scott. Scott looking to go to work, picks up his dribble. 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Bell has it. Gonna need to take a 3. And a nice 3 there as he sinks that one, and it's now 18-11 in favor of Ohio Northern. Snyder wants this one back. Going to work. Good feed there to Potopsky. Driving on the baseline and goes up for the shot. A lot of contact, draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. So Landon Potopsky, the freshman guard from Strasburg, stepping to the line, gets that first shot to go. Coming into the night, only 5 attempts from the free throw line for Potopsky. It was 4 for 5 to this point, so was shooting 80%. Not too many chances this season so far. Continues that good free throw shooting percentage, capitalizing on both opportunities there on that trip to the line. Rob Watson, the third, checks in for the Yellow Jackets as Jared Logan takes a seat. CJ Napier back in for the Polar Bears, as well as Michael Berner. Here is Berner. Kicks this one out. A 3, no good for the lefty Blake Michael. Driscoll to Watson. Hands this one off to Potopsky. Snyder got in the air, thought about a shot. Was able to find Nagy. Going to work. But standing strong was Michael Berner. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Potopsky, a runner. No good. Nagy looked like he was going to get that offensive rebound. Instead, Mason Studer comes away with it. Bell to Burner. Napier driving, working on Watson. Watson keeping those arms up. And CJ Napier, again, gets to really that right shoulder into the chest of Rob Watson, the third, and it gave him enough space to put up with his preferred left hand. Got that one to go. Snyder no good on the three here on the other end. Number 0, Ashton Price, sophomore from Bay Village, checks in, and Jake Snyder, the senior from Stowe, will take a seat. We've nearly played half of the first half to this point. The Yellow Jackets find themselves down 7. Bell, a great feed, and a nice finish there by Michael Burner. Excellent body control. Really a little fake there. Double clutch really on that shot as he laid it up and in. Now here's Driscoll. And that one's off of his foot, and careless turnover there for the Yellow Jackets. And Burner was left wide open, streaking down the lane, coming the other direction, just running the floor. And the Yellow Jackets fortunate. That one was a little bit too high for the 6'8" center, and off of his hands and now out on the turnover, and the Yellow Jackets, they'll come the other way. Mazzio back in. He'll look to bring the ball up the floor, run the offense. Again, Mazzio averaging 18.5 points per game. Mazzio thought about it, trying to clear some space, backing down Miller, and that one's going to be out. Miscommunication there between Potopsky and Mazzio, and another turnover, and Ohio Northern will come the other direction. So an opportunity to try to stretch this lead if you're the Polar Bears to double digits. Bell has it poked away, corrals that ball, passes it to Miller. Miller driving, and that should be a foul on the floor. Will be the third team foul against the Yellow Jackets. Blocking foul, a personal going against Rob Watson the third, and the Polar Bears will inbound underneath the basket. Bell picks up his dribble. Napier driving to the left hand, through the contact, banks it in. Napier, an excellent start to the night, already in double figures, 10 points for him. Potopsky, little shoulder fake, finds Nagy. Again, Nagy really known for his rebounding ability and defensive ability. Didn't want to take that open three. Was able to find Price, and Price drove to the hoop and put up and in for 2. Miller to Bell. Bell driving the baseline. Wide open for 3 is Blake Michael. No good on the shot. Followed by Burner and a second chance now for the Polar Bears. And not paying attention to the line is Ethan Bell. Heels must have come down on the sideline just in front of the Yellow Jackets bench. And now Jackson Simmons, the senior forward from Wadsworth, checks in. Simmons has 4 points so far tonight. He's been in double figures a few times in the last few games. We'll see if he becomes a key scoring piece. Price, no, he can light it up. There's a shot from 3. Nothing but net on that shot. And the Yellow Jackets now just down 6. Miller finds Scott. Napier, crossover, trying to split through 2 defenders. Somehow keeps that in bounds, and there's a big block. Nagy and Simmons at the rim. Now the Yellow Jackets can look to cut into that deficit even more. Mazzio finds Nagy. Price wide open for three. He's been hot tonight. Already in double figures with 10. Give him 3 more. 13 already for Ashton Price. So this is the run that the Yellow Jackets needed here in the first half, as the Polar Bears has had a pretty good last couple of minutes, and that stops the bleeding. CJ Napier puts it up and in for 2, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll step away, take a timeout with them here on bwyellowjackets.com. We're back here on bwyellowjackets.com following the full timeout on the floor. Yellow Jackets will be inbounding and coming the length of the floor from right to left on your screen. The reverse fixture for these schools, the women's programs matching up right now at the ONU Sports Center. And currently, the Yellow Jackets hold a 15-14 advantage at the end of the first quarter. Snyder's back in for the Yellow Jackets. Also in is Jared Logan. Logan wants to pull up with the mid-range jumper off the back of the rim. And the rebound by Ohio Northern. Adam Scott to Napier, and again the Polar Bears just working around that three-point line. Good roll there by Burner. Here's Long, open in the corner, pump fake. And again, not watching that line, step backwards. Again, went for that pump fake and got Jared Logan in the air. He's gonna have a wide open 3, but again, we've seen that twice now for the Polar Bears. Again, just getting their heel on that line. That one was right in front of the BW student section. Price, little head fake. Finds Simmons, kicks out Snyder for 3, wide open, and he hits it. So now the Yellow Jackets just down 2. Scott had a hard time handling that pass, but was able to bring it in. Got it to Napier. Napier doubled now, needs some help. Able to dish it to Burner. It's a tough jumper. That's an air ball there for Landon Long. And Price out in transition. Puts it up and in for the easy 2. Really smart play there. A home run pass there from Mazzio, and Price does a great job of leaking out. Now we got a tie ball game, 26 all. 5 minutes remaining here in the first half from Ursprung Gymnasium. Miller with Snyder on him. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Napier. Little help defense there from Mazzio. The 3 from Adam Scott off of the front of the rim. Hits the backboard and no good. Jared Logan gets the rebound, and the Yellow Jackets pushing the pace. Price wants a three. He's been hot tonight, no good on that shot. He thought it was going to go. And the rebound there for Ohio Northern. Good crossover there from Miller, but picked up his dribble. Kick out to Long. Long's got a wide open three, and he's going to take it. No good off of the side of the rim. That one will go out of bounds, and several substitutions now for the Polar Bears. 4 to be exact, so almost the entire starting lineup changes for Ohio Northern. Mason Studer back in. Ethan Bell back in. Number 25, Carson Conley, his first action on the night. And number 21, Heath Jeffries back in as well. Snyder, nice cross-court pass to Price. Finds Simmons. Simmons is wide open. Price finds him. Simmons for three off of the back of the rim, and no good. Rebounded by Jeffries. Studer doubled. Able to find Scott. Yellow Jackets stepping up the intensity on their defensive pressure. Here's Scott. And there's a foul on the floor going against Jackson Simmons. That's the 4th team foul against the Yellow Jackets. Jared Logan will take a seat. And Zoltan Nagy back in. Here's Bell. Bell wants a three. Unable to get that one to go. Simmons gathers the rebound. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Price finds Nagy. Here's Snyder. Stepping back. He wants a three from straight away. No good. So a couple misses for both teams. We're still tied at 26. Bell, a careless pass there in the direction of Adam Scott, and Jackson Simmons read that the whole way. Got his hand on it, but it's going to be last off of the Yellow Jackets and remains Ohio Northern basketball. Napier's back in. Burner's back in after a quick breather. Will Miller also back in for the Polar Bears. Jared Logan in for the Yellow Jackets. Here's a three. That one well long. Didn't catch rim. Not a great shot there for Carson Conley, but hey, when you have a 6'8" center in Michael Burner, he cleaned things up, got the easy two, and the visitors are now up two. Mazzio, a good move, clears some space, mid-range jumper, still some hands in his face, and might have altered just enough. Couldn't get the mid-range jumper to go. And Napier looking to go to work. Kicks this one out to Miller. And a poor pass. Yellow Jackets ball on the turnover. Zoltan Nagy is moving a little bit slow, a little gingerly. He'll go to the bench, and Jackson Simmons is back in. Would assume for these final 2 minutes here. Price thought about the three. Able to keep that pivot foot down just barely. Here's Mazzio, beautiful crossover. Steps through with the finger roll, the right hand. And really just stepping through with that floater actually with the right hand. And Mazzio has a bag of tricks as a scorer and as a shooter. But it's been Ashton Price tonight. The guy getting it done and nearly getting the steal there. Just stepping out of bounds there, but Ashton Price has 15 on the night. He leads all scorers. CJ Napier has 12 for the Polar Bears. Burner to Napier, gets it to go, has got the positioning on Jared Logan up and in for 2. Now 14 on the night for Napier. Simmons puts the ball on the floor. And a tough shot. Burner had his hand in the face of Simmons. Little step back on the jumper. Tied up at 30 all. Miller driving, kicking out. Mazzio steals it. Shot clock is off, and the Yellow Jackets can hold for the final shot. Look to try to take a lead here before the half. Down to 7 seconds. Snyder has it. Looking to clear some space and gets tripped there by Mason Studer. That's just the second team foul for the Polar Bears. So the Yellow Jackets will look to inbound here from the near sideline with 2 seconds remaining. Here's Price, needs a deep 3, hoists this one, hits the rim, and no good. Maybe that foul again didn't necessarily help out the Yellow Jackets there. They had to settle for a deep 3. But it's been a really interesting first half. Again, these teams have been going back and forth, trading blows, and the record's coming in. We knew both of these teams 6-7 overall, 2-4 in conference play. I knew that there were a lot of similarities, but it's a close one, and it's going to be a fun one here in the second half. All tied up, 30 all, as both teams go to the locker rooms. We'll be back here right before the start of the second half on bwyellowjackets.com. Don't go away. Back in about 14 minutes. And we're back here on bwyellowjackets.com. Again, everybody, thank you for watching, listening live here tonight. Again, I am Cole McDaniel. It's been a fun one tonight as the Yellow Jackets hosting the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. If you're just now tuning in, well, you're tuning in for a good one here in the second half. All tied up at 30 all between these two teams. For the Yellow Jackets, Ashton Price leading the way with 15 points. Jackson Simmons has 6 and Mazzio has 4 himself. CJ Napier leading the way for Ohio Northern with 14 points. Landon Long has 4. Michael Berner has 4 as well. So really it's been one-man show running the offense for each of these teams. And Napier and Price, those guys going back and forth, and both of them have been feeling it tonight with their shooting strokes. Ashton Price, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. Napier, perfect from the field, 6 for 6. So as the second half's about to get started, the Polar Bears will be going from right to left on your screen. They'll be inbounding here on the near sideline as Adam Scott comes over to inbound this ball. And here's Will Miller with Snyder tight on him. Both of these teams coming out the way they started tonight. Napier looking to go to work quickly. Backing down Simmons, looking for some space, kicking it out to Scott. Scott driving. Nagy gets his hand. Maybe contests that enough to alter the shot. Berner, the follow-up, no good. Here's Mazzio, he wants a quick 3, and he hits that quick 3, and the Yellow Jackets now up 3. Mazzio has 7. Berner gives it to Long. Long wants a 3 to respond. Can't get to go, and Mazzio fouled on the rebound. Now the whole conference in action tonight right now. And at halftime, Heidelberg holds a 36-31 lead over Capital. John Carroll holds a 38-33 lead over Otterbein at halftime. Muskingum up 33-29 over Wilmington at half. And Mount Union and Marietta, last update, they were still in the first half. And Mount had a 1-point 36-35 advantage. So a lot of close games happening right now in the conference, just like we're seeing here right now in this one, and a lot of times that's what you see here in the OAC. Napier, a head fake. Got Simmons in the air enough and then drove through the contact. Scooped it up and in with the left hand. He'll go to the free throw line for the and one. So Ohio Northern down 1, an opportunity to tie this one up again. And Napier sinks that shot, 33 all. Napier a 77% free throw shooter on the season. Here's Snyder driving through the lane, and he gets fouled by Berner, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Maybe this will get Snyder going. He's been pretty quiet tonight so far, aside from a 3. And the senior who played his high school basketball at Archbishop Hoban from the free throw line this season, an 86% free throw shooter. First attempt up and no good though. Splits the pair, making the second attempt. Yellow Jackets go up 1. Miller hands it off to Berner. Now with Long, back to Miller. Hands this one off to Scott. Scott finds Berner. Nagy tries to recover and regain position. Did a great job sliding over Mazzio through the back of Berner there. That's going to be a foul on the floor. Third team foul for the Yellow Jackets. First personal against Mazzio. Napier looking to get to that left hand again. Instead, dishes this one off to Scott. And Adam Scott, the senior from Wapakoneta, gets that 2 to go. Here's Price. He's been hot shooting tonight. Continue that to start the second half for Price. 36-35 Yellow Jackets. Here's Miller, cross-court pass to Landon Scott. Napier driving, and Simmons, great job defensively, gets his hand on that. Knew exactly where Napier was going. Didn't allow him to get the best of him. Well, miscommunication there between Snyder and Mazzio, but it might actually still work out for the Yellow Jackets, and it does. Nagy kicks it to Snyder in the corner. Snyder hits the 3. And the Yellow Jackets crowd and the BW bench loving that. BW now up 4. Here's a feed and a monster slam there from Berner. Mazzio wants a quick 3 on the other end. Unable to get that shot to go. It hit the underside of the backboard, so it kicked out all the way to Price, and now another chance here for the Yellow Jackets. Mazzio looking to drive, and that's a poor shot decision there. As Berner had his hands straight up, got his hands on that, blocked it, and Scott couldn't get the 2 to go on the other end. Price with the tight defense, and now Price looking to go to work offensively. Got poked away last off of the knee of Price. Will be Polar Bears basketball, and several substitutions for both of these teams. Nagy and Snyder will take a seat. Potopsky and Logan check in. Ethan Bell in for the Polar Bears. Here's Miller. Now Scott. Logan on him. Cross-court pass to Bell. Napier. Pump fake from 3. Got Simmons in the air. Driving. Lots of contact. Yellow Jackets fans cheering. And a lot of Polar Bears fans not too happy with that. As Napier went through the chest there of Jared Logan, and the official saying Logan had his feet set, drawing the charge. Simmons hands this off to Logan. Hop step to the right hand, banks it in. Pretty finish for your first 2 points on the night. They're from Jared Logan. Keith Jeffries is now checked in for the Polar Bears, and his bounce pass finding Bell, and Bell unable to get that one to go. Potopsky gets in the air, has that one poked away. He was looking for Mazzio in the corner. And we have a timeout for Ohio Northern, and a full timeout, but we'll keep it here. And a reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Mentioned in the first half that the Yellow Jackets and Polar Bears are also facing off at the ONU Sports Center in women's basketball action. At halftime, the Yellow Jackets found themselves down 3 points by a score of 27-24. In the third quarter, should be getting going here right about now in Ada. But back to the game here at Ursprung Gymnasium here in Berea. Looking at both of these teams, field goal percentages nearly identical. Both have made 16 baskets. Polar Bears have done it on 33 shots and the Yellow Jackets on 34. So really 48% for Ohio Northern and 47% for the Yellow Jackets. The big difference for BW, they're shooting better from three than the Polar Bears at a 35% clip compared to a 25% clip. Of course, the Polar Bears, a little bit of a size advantage, leading in points in the paint, 26-18. Ball back in play, and Ashton Price finds Simmons. Back to Price, the hot hand. Finds Mazzio, and Mazzio got up in the air and called on the double dribble there as he wanted that shot. And I have to give a lot of credit to Carson Conley, who just checked in, get his hand in the face of Mazzio, make him think about that and put it back on the floor. "14 minutes left here in the second half. Here is Conley, picks up his dribble, finds Bell. Here on the near side, it's Miller. Switch off, and Price now on Miller. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to get a shot up. Spinning, kick out, and that one is not out of the hand of Conley. So a shot clock violation. Great defensive set there for the Yellow Jackets. And BW remains up 4 points. Luke Driscoll now checks in. Anthony Mazzio takes a seat. Landon Long back in for Ohio Northern, and Adam Scott also back in. Napier will get a breather, as will Will Miller. So the Yellow Jackets looking to extend this lead and nearly turning that one over. Awkward there for Price. That ball got under the legs of Logan. Here's Logan. Feeds it to Simmons. Had great positioning on the low block. Unable to get the first shot to go. Great follow. Gets his own miss and puts it up and in for two. Jackson Simmons now with 8. And that was pure hustle. And great work down low on the low block, following up his own miss. Ohio Northern looking to respond, and Landon Long making it look easy. Getting the quick 2 on the other end. Potopsky to Simmons. Now Logan driving. Wanted to pull up there for the mid-range jumper. The bump from Adam Scott, and force a walk there from Jared Logan. And so the traveling violation allows for a few more substitutions for the Polar Bears as Michael Berner checks back in, and that quick breather for CJ Napier was very quick. He's back into the game. Here's Long. There's a size mismatch down low. Price is on Berner, who kicks out to a wide open Landon Long, who hits the 3. Good ball movement there from Ohio Northern. Finding the open player, unselfish, and miscommunication. And Coach Tom Heil, in his 8th year as head coach for the Yellow Jackets, wants a timeout after that miscommunication there from Jackson Simmons and Jared Logan, resulting in the turnover. Tonight's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893, Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider, and Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. We'll be right back following this timeout. Back following the timeout. Ohio Northern inbounds here from the near sideline in front of the Yellow Jacket student section. BW still holding a 1-point advantage here at home. Napier has Logan on him. Kicks this one out. Nice pump fake. Clears some space, and the pass down on the low block to Napier. Unable to get the shot to go. It was great ball movement there, and just a smart play by Landon Long, the senior from Mason. Still Polar Bears ball underneath the basket. 5 seconds on the shot clock, so going to have to be a quick play here off the inbound. Disrupted and taken away. Here's Price in transition. Stepping through, puts that one up. Follow there by Potopsky, and unable to get that to go. Long pass. Good catch there by Long. There's a feed to Napier, and Napier had the position on smaller guard who was on him. That pass was just a little bit too high and going to be off of the fingertips of Napier, and on the turnover, the Yellow Jackets able to make a substitution as Price will go to the bench and Snyder checks in. And BW will inbound the ball and come the length of the floor. 11.5 minutes remaining here in the second half. Snyder crossing half court. Driving, tries to go underneath of Burner, and he gets it to go. Friendly bounce. Snyder now has 9 on the night. Feed to Burner. Kicks it to Long, who was open, but Burner too high on that pass. And Long had to go up and made a nice grab. It's just that pass carried him out of bounds as he landed. Really taking away what could have been a fairly easy three-point opportunity there for Long. Instead, Snyder wants a three on the other end and unable to get that to go. Long with the rebound. Ohio Northern trying to push the pace. Snyder reads that, gets his hands up there, intercepting that pass. Bounce to Logan. Logan misses initially on the follow, unable to get it to go. Last off of Ohio Northern. Anthony Mazzio back in for BW. Mason Studer in for Ohio Northern. Also checking in is Will Miller. Mazzio picks up his dribble, needs some help. Finds Nagy. Really tight pressure being applied right now by Will Miller. Driscoll. Snyder wants a three. Snyder hits the three. 48-42. Halfway through the second half. Miller finds Burner, kicks it out, wide open three here for Adam Scott. Made that one look easy, sinking it, responding. That's what you have to do if you're on the road. Mazzio, really clever move. Again, has all these clever moves, really a full bag of tricks. That's why he's such a great scorer, but could not get that shot to go. But Luke Driscoll on the second chance points. Nice floater there. And BW back up 5. Studer gets doubled. Scott was wide open on the other side of the floor. Now here's Napier. Kicks it to Scott. Scott hit the three on the last time down the floor. Unable to get that one to go. And Burner trying to tip that one out. And it goes out of play. So Jackson Simmons checks back in as Jared Logan will take a seat. Nagy setting that screen for Snyder. Here's Simmons, bounce past Nagy. Snyder's wide open from the middle of the floor and rattles that one home. Jake Snyder having an excellent second half, 15 points. And a timeout for the Polar Bears, and a much needed timeout. We'll step away here on BWYellowJackets.com and be back. Back following the timeout. Now it's a matter of, did that timeout do enough to stop the bleeding here for the Polar Bears as they now find themselves down 8 points. Here on this Wednesday night, pretty good crowd here in Berea. Student section, pep band, all the cheerleaders. Again, great atmosphere, great environment, and it's been an excellent game. There's a good feed inside, but Jackson Simmons recovered well as Napier was past him. Got his left hand up, tipped that one out. Still will be Ohio Northern basketball. Studer and Adam Scott will go to the bench. Inbound to Will Miller. And Napier just loses a handle on that ball. Jackson Simmons maybe just got his hand in there and poked that one. Looked pretty close, but Simmons not disputing that one with the officials too much. So 7 seconds on the shot clock as Ohio Northern inbounds this ball to Miller. Miller picking up his dribble, finds Napier. Napier, tough shot, and he gets it to go. Pretty close to the baseline there. And that is a nice finish from the Polar Bears' leading scorer on the night. Price driving through the lane, tough shot. Wanted the contact, Felt like there was a foul, no call, as Berner was tight on Price. Miller coming across, driving, kicks this one to the corner. That was a really hard pass to handle, a little bit low to the right of Blake Michael. Out of bounds and a turnover. Now here's Mazzio for the Yellow Jackets. Backing down Miller. He'll work his way back out. Mazzio kicks it to the corner. Snyder pump fake, clears some space, wide open three, rattles that one home. Jake Snyder now leads the Yellow Jackets in scoring on the night. It was Ashton Price in the first half, Snyder in the second half, 18 for Snyder.
Where are you going? Hey!
Trap there, able to get out of that. Long to Napier, driving down the baseline. Awkward position here and able to find Berner, backing down Nagy, trying to get to a shot with the left hand, unable to get that to go. Napier tried to get the rebound and taken to the floor by Jackson Simmons. Officials really letting these two teams play on right now. Only 5 team fouls combined in the entire second half so far. It's been a physical game between these two teams. Jared Logan checks in and Zoltan Nagy will take a seat. Miller, the feed to Scott, who's back into the game. Nice finish there by Scott. Really goes up and under there. Past Mazzio for the 2. Snyder kind of slipped as he came around the corner there and tried to find Price. That one was read well and intercepted by Ohio Northern. And the blow by and the slam, Adam Scott. 6'6", senior forward from Wapakoneta, getting by Mazzio, and I think Mazzio needs a quick breather as defensively he's been blown by twice by Scott, and the Yellow Jackets still hold a 5-point advantage, but we have a timeout on the floor. Tonight's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow, and Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. So an update on the women's game between these two teams. Ohio Northern currently holds a 34-28 lead at the end of the third quarter. Back in play here. Snyder has it. 15 seconds on the shot clock, plenty of time. Snyder wants a 3 though. Stepping back, he hits it. Snyder is feeling it right now. 21 points. Snyder, the third leading scorer on the team, averages 13.3 points per game. He's been crucial in this second half as the Yellow Jackets hold this lead. Price swiped at that basketball as Napier was going out for the shot. Yellow Jacket crowd not liking that, but a lot of contact with the hand there, more so than basketball. Third team foul against the Yellow Jackets. And Napier at the free throw line. It's been perfect tonight so far. And off the back of the rim, no good there. Napier, a 77% free throw shooter this season. Looking to split the pair, and he gets the friendly roll there. 1 point on that trip. And the score is 59-52. 5 minutes remaining here in the second half. The Yellow Jackets have momentum swinging their way. Price, the feed to Simmons. Nearly tipped away, but able to corral that one, keep it in play. Snyder, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Simmons to Mazzio. Mazzio going to need to get a shot up. 1 second, gets it off, and hits it from mid-range. Mazzio been fairly quiet tonight, but that's 9 points, approaching double digits. The defense chance coming from the crowd, and Napier taking matters into his own hands. He is 22 on the night. Here's Snyder. He wants a three in front of his bench and couldn't get that one to go. Mazzio scrambling for that loose ball, diving for it. Adam Scott cleans it up. Orange jerseys coming the other direction. Turn there and shot attempt from Will Miller. No good, and on the other end, Mazzio puts it up and in for two, and he's in double figures. And a timeout for the Polar Bears, as the clock's not their friends at this point. 3.5 minutes left to go. We'll step aside and take a quick break. We'll be right back here on BWYellowJackets.com. As we're about to get this ball back in play and inbounded here, it'll be the Polar Bears coming the length of the floor, and of course coming into tonight, both of these teams with 6 and 7 overall records, 2 and 4 in conference play. Nothing splitting these two in the standings so far. Tied at the 7th spot if results would hold. Of course, Yellow Jackets, they get the win, they would be ahead of the Polar Bears in conference standings. Going to be a foul on the floor going against Jared Logan. His second personal foul, 4th team foul. Bell to Long. Long driving at Price, losing his footing, but kept his dribble going. Found Bell, pulling up for the mid-range jumper, no good. The follow, also no good for Burner, and Simmons with the rebound. Price, step back, wants the three, no good. Again, was feeling it in the first half. Hasn't really been as needed his scoring ability in the second half, Price, because it's been Jake Snyder and then Anthony Mazzio in the last few minutes getting some points himself. A beautiful feed there. It's able to be kept in play by Simmons. Wraparound pass to Mazzio, kick out to Simmons. Able to drain some clock. It looked like that would be an easy two in transition as Logan flipped that one behind his head there, just backwards as he was sitting on the floor. Simmons did a great job keeping it in, and now Mazzio can maybe capitalize for three. No good on that shot, and Ohio Northern gets the rebound, but again, that took up all of that shot clock. Napier for three, stepping into it, strong off the back of the rim, takes a high bounce, and that catches those cables They're holding up the backboard. See that cable here that's closest to the near side of the floor still shaking. Obvious for the officials as now the Yellow Jackets can kill some more time. Under 2 minutes remaining, and they'll take a timeout. We'll step aside with them here on bwyellowjackets.com. So a score update around the conference in men's basketball action. Muskingum has been winless on the season, actually up 57-48 right now over Wilmington. Opportunity for them to really get a much needed win. Heidelberg find themselves up 64-51 over Capital. Mount Union in a close battle against Marietta, 49-41. And John Carroll up 69-49 over Otterbein. 14 foul going against Ohio Northern. Yellow Jackets will inbound. It'll be Snyder directly in front of his bench. Throwing it into the backcourt. And that one might have been tipped. Price is able to get to it. Somehow to keep the dribble alive. Great play by Price. And gets bumped. That's going to be a foul on the floor, and the 5th team foul against Ohio Northern. So an excellent job there by Ashton Price, sophomore from Bay Village. It's just a smart play getting to the floor and managing to keep that dribble alive and get up and run with that basketball. Snyder coming and collecting it from Logan. Tight pressure being applied. Being pressured. Good turn there by Logan. Price is wide open. And there's the intentional foul. Knew that was coming. Ohio Northern was just trying to press and try to find a way to get some traps and force a steal. But the Yellow Jackets did a great job offensively, and now you're going to start to see those fouls coming from Ohio Northern, hoping the Yellow Jackets start missing some attempts at the free throw line. We might see quite a few timeouts here over the next minute and a half of play as the Polar Bears find themselves down 9. We'll be right back here on bwyellowjackets.com. So it will be Snyder again inbounding from the far sideline near the scorer's table. He's able to find Price this time in the front court. Price with Scott on him. Scott, the tight pressure. Still no foul at this point. Logan stepping through, and Logan will be the one fouled by Ethan Bell. So that is the 7th team foul now for Ohio Northern. So a 1-and-1 chance coming up for Jared Logan, the sophomore forward from Elyria, as he steps to the free throw line. Only 2 free throw attempts so far this season. Split the pair. Misses on that 1-and-1 off the front end of the rim, and a rebound there for Napier. So again, Logan, really that guy that the Polar Bears are going to target fouling if possible. 1 minute remaining. Here's a slam by Adam Scott. Did a great job keeping that ball in play. Was tiptoeing on the baseline. Threw that one down. And Mazzio is the one fouled again. Really good scorer. Pretty good free throw shooter. Not one of the best percentages on the team, though. Only 70% for Mazzio from the free throw line this season. On the 1-and-1. Sinks that first free throw. So a second attempt coming up. Second one good. Nice trip to the free throw line for Mazzio, and it extends the Yellow Jackets lead back out to 9 points. 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back in 30 seconds. .55 seconds remaining in the game. A little bit of pressure being applied by the Yellow Jackets on that inbound. They're going to back off here. Polar Bears want to get this in the hand of Napier. Foul from behind by Logan. Swiping at that basketball as Napier had a clean lane to the hoop. Right now with 45 seconds left, Ohio Northern, they need to start getting some baskets and particularly some threes if possible. There's a tough two that Adam Scott is able to get to go. Comes up wincing just a little bit, grabbing his lower back. Again, hopefully he's okay. He's been primary scorer for the Polar Bears here in the second half. 15 points on the night for Scott. Averages 10.1 points per game, and several big throwdowns, some slams for him getting up to the rim. But on that inbound, good job for Ohio Northern to not only get that one in and get a bucket quickly, only took 5 seconds off of the clock there. Actually, excuse me, only 3 seconds. Clock ran down to 40 seconds. Officials over at the scorer's table right now had 2 seconds added back on, so it's now going to be 42 seconds on the clock. So down 7, going to be a tall task for Ohio Northern to find a way to get back into this one and try to come away with a win. But need to find a way to get some stops, maybe first force some turnovers. And again, ideally try to find a way to get the basketball in the hands of somebody you prefer sending to the free throw line. Specifically Jared Logan, again, if he's back out on the floor. Maybe Jackson Simmons as well. really want to keep the ball out of the hands of Ashton Price, Jake Snyder, and Anthony Mazzio, but again, that is tough to do when there's 3 guards that can all light it up and can score. So we'll see what Tom Heil does with the players that he sends out on the floor, and it's the same 5. Price, Snyder, Mazzio, Logan, and Simmons. Mazzio, the inbound to Snyder. Snyder fouled quickly in the corner there by Ethan Bell. And Snyder, 86% free throw shooter on the year. Tonight, though, 2 attempts from the free throw line for Snyder, just 1 for 2. It was a really quick foul. Not even a full second came off of the clock. On the 1-and-1, sinking that shot is Snyder. Second attempt upcoming. A chance to extend the lead back to 9 once again. And he does. Here's Ethan Bell looking to push the pace. Jake Snyder, the foul there. Had a foul to give. Yellow Jackets coaching staff saying no more fouling. Of course, the next one would be a bonus situation and put Ohio Northern at the free throw line for 1-and-1s. Here's a spin for Scott through the contact. Got bumped by Simmons, and he'll step to the free throw line for the and-one. So Adam Scott, as he goes to the free throw line, almost a 77% free throw shooter on the year. Misses on the and-one chance, but the follow and 2 points there, courtesy of Michael Berner. And that's a big 4-point swing there for the Polar Bears. They're now down 5. 25 seconds left. Mazzio having a hard time getting the ball in, taking a timeout. Yellow Jackets can draw up a play to inbound, and the Polar Bears have some life, as everything they've been doing with getting buckets has been quick. Not too much time has come off of that clock, but every couple seconds probably feels like minutes at this point. We'll be right back here on BWYellowJackets.com. We might have a fun conclusion in our hands. So we'll see what play was drawn up here. Getting it to Mazzio in the corner. A lot of contact as Price was basically tackled by Studer. They're going to call the foul on number 25, Carson Conley, who fouled Mazzio, but really feel like there might have been a foul. Should have gone against Mason Studer maybe before taking down Price. Regardless, the Yellow Jackets got the call, and they step to the free throw line. Mazzio gets the first to go. 6-point advantage now, and substitution for the Polar Bears. Napier checking back in. Mazzio's second free throw up and good. 69-62, 24 seconds remaining in this half. Needing to push the pace. It's been Scott who's been the offensive weapon here in the last 5 minutes. Scott's fouled, couldn't get the shot to go. He'll go to the free throw line for 2 attempts. First free throw up and good. Several substitutions. Again, defensive switches as Carson Conley checks back in, as does Mason Studer. Intentional miss, a follow, kick out for 3, and that one an air ball for Adam Scott, and that was actually executed quite well until the finish. Hear the air ball chants here in Ursprung Gymnasium. It's a miss that was hard off of the back of the rim and caught the backboard as well, and took advantage of the size of Michael Berner, and have to feel good about getting an open 3-point chance, just unable to have the finishing product there. So 69-63. This one now seems to be all but over. 12 seconds left. Jared Logan steps to the free throw line. Missed on the 1-and-1 the last time he stepped to the free throw line. Of course, this is going to be a guaranteed 2 attempts. Missed the first one. Opportunity to still walk away with a point here on this trip. And he gets the second one to go. 70-63, 7-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Hail Mary pass, and Snyder really playing center field like a safety. Lurking there, intercepts that. He'll bring it across half court. And that is going to do it for this game. The Yellow Jackets, they're going to win tonight. 70-63. They move to 7-7 overall. That's a 2-game win streak. 3-4 in the OAC. Ohio Northern falls to 6-8 and 2-5 in the OAC. Jake Snyder led all scorers with 23 points. Ashton Price with 17 and Anthony Mazzio with 15. Most of those points coming in the latter stages of the game for Mazzio. CJ Napier led the way for the Polar Bears with 20 points. Adam Scott, 18, and a lot of those points coming in the last 5 minutes as well. Landon Long with 9. Well, everybody, again, thanks for watching and listening here on BWYellowJackets.com. Again, a fun one, as always. Taking a look at what's coming up for these two teams. Ohio Northern will be back in action on Saturday against Muskingum. And it's a men's and women's doubleheader here at Ursprung Gymnasium as Capital visits. Make sure to tune in. I'll be with you here again on BWYellowJackets.com. Everybody, enjoy your night. Have a great rest of your week.